So who is your character, Chuck? Tell us a little bit about Ivar.
So Ivar is, if you want to call him head of security, he's your typical Huskarl. He doesn't use missile weapons or blasters or anything like that. He prefers the Odin's way, meaning sword and axe, shield, right up close. And he's a bit of a impetuous, I guess is the right word. You point him in the right direction and he will take out whatever's in the way.
Nice. He sounds like he's going to fit right in. Sounds like he's going to be a badass. Steve, how about you? Tell us about your character. What's his name?
Brunhilde is her name. She is a combat veteran of some campaigns, although finds herself to not particularly enjoy the thought of being in the melee. Had a few close calls. She started getting into genetics research as well as nanotechnology and discovered a way to heal all of those lovely berserkers that were protecting people from, giants. So she figured she would be best serving Odin, as well as, all of the rest of the world, by making sure that those berserkers didn't die on the field and have to have people keep calling them back.
Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome, man. How about you, Tina? You ready?
No.
No? All right. That is perfectly okay. Tina, does your character have a name?
Una.
Una.
O-O-N-A.
I'm glad you said that, because that is how I spelled it.
It's not how I would have spelled it, but that's okay.
All right. Hilda, the anti-aircraft fire is coming down on your ship, and you have only a moment to order your pilot to avoid and land before you start getting hit. Where do you tell him to go? Into the clearing. All right. You guys come down into the clearing, and it's a rough ride, dodging and avoiding fire that's coming on you. And you get to that lake, you kind of skip off of it, to a halt in this little clearing, and you find yourselves on a small road. As you follow that up, you see that you are approaching some type of building, some tall building ahead of you, where this road leads. And that is going to be where we come into our first board. And is the imagery all jacked up for you guys? Do you see a big black spot?
I do see a big black square.
Yeah, that's annoying. All right.
I just figured it was a fog of war.
Nope. It is not fog of war. Sometimes dynamic lighting is awesome. Sometimes it is less than awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and turn that off. Click.
I can see it now.
All right, excellent. So you managed to avoid the worst of it, guiding your ship down. And that brings us to Una. You are up next at the lead of this clearing. And this place up ahead of you looks like it might be the mining outpost that they had said.
Oh, goodness. There's a lot of black spots. Okay, let's see. I suppose I'll start meandering forward.
Okay. So your distance here, let me get a sense of scale. In ICRPG, you have basically you can do one of two things. You can either move twice, and it looks like a move should be somewhere around 25 feet, would be about right. You can move and take an action, or you can stand still and take an action. We just want to dash ahead. You can move yourself about 50 feet, or you can do 25 feet and you can take some type of action if you want to.
about there. Oh, wait.
No, it's-
Ha! I almost moved 25 feet.
That is about as specific as we need to be.
It doesn't let me go any further left.
Further left. Fix that problem.
Do you think I'm broken? Let's see. I will
You are not
refresh my
broken.
page.
Doop.
Aw, but the wonderful clearing sounds. Oh, hey! Now I can see things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can all see things now?
Yep, I can see the whole thing.
All
I think she
right.
was just off your board.
I think
There we
that's-
go.
I think that is exactly what happened. That makes a lot of sense. Wish I thought of that sooner. All right.
So, I will do that, and I don't know. I'll take some notice of the plants and the animals nearby. It sounds like there's some.
All right. So give me a wisdom roll.
Sure.
And now
As
in
soon as I know how to
ICRPG,
put wisdom somewhere.
just roll a d20 and add your wisdom bonus if you have any.
I have not put bonuses anywhere yet.
So let's do that real quick. So
Yeah.
it's 6 points. So you didn't assign 6 points to your things?
Not yet. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4. Is that just
So-
the stats, or is that stats and effort and armor all together?
It is
All
stats
together.
and effort and armor. It's all of them. Yep.
Hmm.
You divide those 6 up however you choose in whatever kind of grouping you want. So you can put all 6 of them into one if you wanted to. You can put one into 6 different ones or somewhere in the middle of it. And these are just like D&D stats. So, as you remember how they work when you're playing D&D or Pathfinder, it's the same, the same kind of uses that you're going to get out of them.
What exactly is an ultimate?
Ah.
That's a crit. So whenever you roll a crit, you can roll the ultimate dice on top of your regular effort dice.
Gotcha. This sounds terrible. Let's see. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Well, that looks like a glass cannon. Okay, so d20 plus whatever bonus I put, right?
Yep.
Shoot. Sorry. That should be plus 3.
That should be plus 3. All right. Well, you got a 23. So
Yay!
as you go kind of looking around and seeing what's going on,
And that's a natural crit, too.
yes, it is. It is an actual crit. You immediately notice several things. One, you can hear kind of like a chewing noise happening, and up ahead, you see some tracks for some large beast. These are tracks that you recognize as a predator, not necessarily a predator that you know. But absolutely, it is a predator of some
Is
kind.
it cat-like, dog-like, hoof-like?
It is dog-like.
Dog-like.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone should be careful. There seem to be mean puppies ahead.
All right. That brings us to Ivar.
Sorry, I'm just having nightmares on that token you just dropped. So I will just move forward
Okay.
and look around and see what other enemies besides that dog I can see.
So you see that dog up ahead, and he seems to be chewing on some kind of some type of humanoid shape among this little buggy. And this buggy looks like the typical kind of rovers that you might have on a shuttle. And it has been smashed into the side of the building. And there are corpses all around it that have been chewed on. Their weapons are just discarded. And you pick up the acrid smell in the air of gunfire, of spent weapons. And this little beastie here does not seem to notice you yet, and is very intent on just chewing on the body that it is standing over.
But as far as okay, so nice dog. So he's the only thing that's moving around that I can see.
It is the only thing moving around that you can see. To your north, you have a little helicopter pad, and then that giant anti-aircraft gun that was firing on you when you came down.
Does it look like it could lower low enough to shoot ground targets?
It does. It does look like you can get low enough to shoot ground targets.
That's bad. All right, I'm done.
So that is my turn. So here we are. First timer of the night. It's going to be a 3. So it looks like this dog has finished chewing on one of the corpses, is moving over to another one, and eyeing you up warily, and it sits back on its haunches, points its snout up in the spout, and gives a loud "Ow!" And then you begin hearing answering howls in the woods around you, responding to it. And then it glares at you, at Ivar, with a kind of hungry look to its face, as if saying, "Do not try to take my food from me, or you will become my next meal." Brumhilda.
Brun takes herself up to the tree over here to take up a firing position.
Okay. And I think these tokens are just a little bit big.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I'm gonna tone them down just a little bit.
It was epic scale.
Yeah, epic scale. Little bit bigger than I meant. All right, so was that
We are
was that
giants here.
a single move to get you there?
I'm sorry?
Was that 50 feet or one? Or
That
25?
was like 27, I think.
I
To get where I'm at.
think that's a single move. It's close enough. So you still have an action you can take.
I'm just going to ask. Are we taking it out? I raise the pulse rifle.
Not if we don't have to.
Okay. She keeps the pulse rifle trained on it.
Okay.
She's just going to stay there. She's going to eye around then at that point, trying to see if she can see any more movement or if the AA gun looks like it cares about anything on the ground.
Okay. Sounds like give me a quick wisdom check for looking around and seeing if you can spot other things that are going on.
That's going to be a straight D20.
Mm-hmm. A 10. So that is not enough. You don't see anything else interesting going on around you.
Okay.
Okay. Una, you've seen your friend Brumhilda take cover, start looking around with a watchful eye. Ivar is moving forward with confidence. What do you like to do?
I want to move forward. It's almost as much confidence. Roughly 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I can do. He's like 50 feet away. Yeah, I'm a double move.
Okay.
So, no, instead, I will. Is the puppy thing is looking at us, right?
It is looking at you. It's not
What?
happy to see you.
What kind of roll can I make to say, bad puppy, lay down, and try and convince it to do so?
That sounds like a charisma roll to me.
Okay.
That sounds like a charisma roll, and that sounds like competing charisma rolls to me. So is that going to be your action? You're going to try and calm the dog here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you get a 9, I get a 19. No, he doesn't care what you say at all. You
Aw.
give that beastie commands, and it's just bares its teeth, and it's got little dripping saliva that's red with its meal.
Can we go back to the game where I really rocket rolling?
And I think that was your turn, Una, right? Did you move already?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that was it.
Ivar, a slathering beast stands before you.
Ivar doesn't even notice the beast. He doesn't care about that. Calmly walks by them, looking around. So this is where as I recall, where the workers are. They bring the workers into the mine. So I'm thinking this might be the mine entrance. Knowing what I know about do we have comlinks back up to our shell?
Yeah, sure do.
I'll send a picture of these. What are these? Are they in uniforms still? Whatever they're in, the bodies here.
So these bodies are still in uniforms, but they don't look like miners' uniforms. These look like military uniforms.
Ah, okay.
But without a flag.
Sure. Someone, maybe a mercenaries or some kind. But obviously they must have taken fire somewhere. Can I look at the buggy and I'll see if I can see if it took fire or, what caused it to run into this building.
So when you take a moment to investigate that buggy, it doesn't look like it's taken fire. It looks like the ground around it has taken fire, and it looks like the door has taken fire. But the buggy looks like it just drove straight into the wall, and then like the front hood of it is kind of bent and torn back, like something with immense strength broke it away from itself and pushed it away. And then the bodies of these things, there's no bullet holes in them. They look like they've been bludgeoned. Like legs and arms are bent in the wrong direction, and one guy's head is facing the wrong direction.
But none of that looks like something that a dog would do.
No, does not.
I think there's something more amiss here, my friends. I think there's we just haven't found it yet.
Can you scare off the puppy?
I'll snarl at the puppy.
Yeah, you want to make that your action? You want to try and give me a roll?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Let's see if we can push him away. Nope, he does not.
Oh God!
Does not care about you.
I swing an axe. I don't talk to people.
He answers your growl with another growl. The timer ticks down, and it sounds like you can hear something moving around inside this building. Brunhilde. And if you don't see it, the turn counter has the clock on it for GM.
Oh, nice.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does the dog look like it's starting to stalk after him, or does does it look unconcerned with him approaching?
Looks like it is staying between him and its food. Doesn't look like it's trying to go after Ivar yet. More that it's trying to ward Ivar away. You know how dogs will do that protective thing around their food bowl? It's like that, but the feral, big beasted version
of it. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Well, Brun is going to jog forward, keeping her head on a swivel.
Okay.
Pulse rifle at the ready.
Okay.
And if she sees something that's being aggressive, she's just going to shoot at it then.
Okay. All right. Una.
Yes. Let's see. Puppy has not been more aggressive to us than just growling, correct?
Correct.
That's correct.
There's nothing currently on the helipad that we can see?
There is nothing on the helipad that you can see. It looks like it has, in the past, received a great deal of use. But nothing is there now.
Okay. I want to go.
Okay.
Wait, I gotta pick it up. This far.
All right. That looks like a double banana, so.
Yep.
All right. You hoof it on up there. Ivar, you're...
So we heard something inside the building, right?
Yes, you hear something inside the building.
I will.
And the door to the building, by the way, is shut.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, on the bodies, are there any severed arms, legs, or it's all in one piece?
No, there are some severed limbs.
Oh, good.
But they look like they've been torn off rather than cut off.
Sure. So I will casually walk over there, find the nearest severed limb, and I will throw it like over here, as far as I can get over here.
Okay. As soon as you reach down and pick it up, the dog immediately starts like barking and lunging towards you.
Yeah. And then I throw it. Does it keep going after me, or does it go somewhere else?
It takes off after its little
Excellent.
snack that you have pitched.
Odin has no time for the dead. And I slam in the door.
All right. Give me a strength check as you kick this door. As you plant your foot against it, you can feel that something has been piled against it. But
That's
whatever it
22.
was does not provide nearly enough resistance for your massive boot. And as the doors burst open, you see what looks like some kind of equipment, maybe to monitor some drills and first aid gear. Around the corner, you hear a shuffling sound of something, and you can see broken glass on the floor here and bloody footprints. And the bloody footprints lead down the hallway and around the corner.
I'll step in. I think I've probably got my banana. I'll say, in the name of Odin, show yourselves.
You hear an answering voice. Odin's fools! No place here.
I guess that's pretty much. I'm going to have to wait, see what I can see, because I think I've done enough of my work of throwing the limb, probably, and kicking in the door.
Okay. I'm inclined to agree. That sounds about right. So that howling now outside is getting much louder. Those answering wolves. And you start to think that perhaps there are more of these creatures coming. To aid their howling companion.
They're not nearly as ugly as the first one.
It's true, but there are more of them. Meanwhile, from around the corner, you see this hideous, mutated humanoid. Its clothing just torn to shreds. It stands 7 feet tall, and it looks like the video footage you saw of these miners and what they had mutated into. And it is definitely wearing the clothing that a miner might wear, but its eyes are big and bulging, and its forehead is enormous, and the hair is like falling out, and it is in rags and wisps. And it rounds the corner and looks at Ivar and points one massive hand and says, "You do not belong here. I'll kill you like I did your friends." And then steps right up to you without any fear on its face. But that is its move. Its double move.
Well, we're looking about eye to eye because I'm 6'6".
Yes. Yep. And you are unaccustomed to looking up at something, but he's a big boy. Hilda. Steve?
No, nothing has been said about the thing on the inside of the building, right?
You heard it when it was shouting at Ivar.
Okay. Then she is going to move here. Do I have a clear shot?
Yep. I mean,
okay.
Ivar is standing between you, so if you roll a 1, you risk hitting Ivar. But
well, here's hoping I don't roll a 1. And that's dexterity?
That is going to be dexterity, yes. What are you doing?
Shooting it with my pulse rifle.
All right. Give me that sweet dex roll. Oh, that's
a nice way to
crit.
go.
Yes,
roll
roll again. See if we double it up.
You don't have to double it. What do you mean double up?
Yep. All right.
This is also the same weapon that I have my repetitive thing on.
Ah, all right.
What's the double up? When you roll a crit, you should automatically get ultimate damage.
Yeah, no, you're right, Chuck. I'm thinking Pathfinder Googles. So yeah, that hits. So you're going to add an ultimate die to this roll, for your damage.
And it's going to be 3. So you're actually going to roll whatever you're going to roll: weapon effort plus your weapon bonus plus a D12, and you're going to do that 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. So effort. I don't know exactly how that's rolled.
So weapon effort is a D6.
D6.
Ultimate effort is a D12.
And then do you have any bonuses in your weapon effort?
I do. I have +2 on weapon effort.
Okay. And then do
That's
you have any
cool.
bonuses in your ultimate effort?
Not that I believe so.
Okay. So you're going to roll a d6 plus a d12 plus 2 times 3.
So it's going to get multiplied, or I do that same
roll.
roll.
You do the 3 separate rolls. So you roll a d6 and d12 and roll plus 3 or plus 2, and you're going to do that 3 times. Roll that 3 times.
So that's 7. That second roll.
Bro, you're rolling a 1 on a d12? What are you doing?
He's conserving energy.
I see that.
Oh, there you go. Those are those big rolls.
So 7, 15, 13.
So I see what
35.
35 damage. Jeez, man. So Ivar, this thing comes face to face with you, and then you just hear Broomhilda's pulse rifle open up, and the thing just goes down. It gets shredded into pieces, and it is laying in a heap. Broomhilda, take a hero coin for that. Just that's awesome, man. You just gunned this thing down right over Ivar's shoulder. So you know,
dangerous.
a hero coin you can use either to re-roll the dice if you don't like what you got, or you can use it to roll ultimate effort on a damage roll.
And you can give hero coins to your friends.
You can give hero coins to your friends. They serve a dual purpose in this game, in that if you die, if you hit 0 hit points and you have a hero coin, you can choose to burn that hero coin and choose Death and Glory. And you will live for a d4 more rounds. All of your effort rolls are going to be ultimate. And at the end of that timer, you are dead. And you go to Valhalla.
Nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm. And if you accomplish whatever goal you set for yourself when you're doing that, your roll to come back to life is going to be easy instead of hard.
Excellent.
So, Una, you just watched Broomhilda open fire on this beast and tear it to ribbons. What would you like to do?
Are there any more?
Not that you can see. You do see a pack of wolves approaching in the distance. And the other one seems to be getting a little excited when they are getting closer.
I don't see quite how it mix yet. I haven't gotten that far.
All right, so the way magic works is you roll wisdom or intelligence, and I think for you it was wisdom.
Yes.
And you just need to beat the room DC, which is 12. And we're just kind of reshaping magic so that it is actually technology. So.
Oh, okay. So, what are the spells limited to, or is this another open-ended sort of thing?
So
it's whatever the spell you chose.
Yep. So on that, on those milestone rewards, you had a handful of to choose from.
Oh, yes.
Yes, one of those.
Okay. Do 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 do.
Can you guys hear the tiny herd of elephants that are stomping around above me?
I did not.
We have a tiny herd of elephants stomping around above us right now.
Sounds like my 3-year-old is arguing about bedtime up there.
I mean, let's see. I don't know. Hellman's Belt sounds cool. Always roll ultimate when doing basic effort.
Yeah, which one was that?
That one's the recommended. That's the regular starter.
That's a Hillman spell, but that's not a spell.
Oh.
You could do it, certainly.
Yeah. You can have that.
But then you won't have a spell.
Okay, I will do, I guess, wild growth.
Wild growth. Okay. All right, so wild growth with whiz, overgrow a target with vines, immobilizing it. All attempts by the target or close to the target are hard. Okay. All right, so what are you doing on your turn?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
There's no target yet except for the one puppy over there.
Correct.
I think we can hear the baying of the wolves as they
Can
approach.
hear the bang of
that's
the
about it.
wolves.
Yeah, I'm going inside.
All right.
Right there.
Okay. So that was your move.
And I
You
wish
still
to
have an
take a
action,
look
or you wanna-
around. Yeah, I wish
Alright,
to
give
take
me
a
a-
bit of a closer look around.
Give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. And I have since added beads.
Ooh, yes, beads. All right, you beat a 12?
There we go.
You certainly did. All right, so as you're rooting through the stuff here, you find, oh man, there's all kinds of stuff laying around here. In addition to these controls for the drilling equipment, you also find some loot.
Nice.
Let me get to my loot table here.
Yay!
Oh.
Found the loot.
So roll me a D100.
I like those.
Yeah. See what we got.
Bup, bup.
51. All right. So you find, some type of contraption that looks like mixed in with some medical equipment here called a life giver. And this thing allows you to, it's like a spell, give some of your life to another. And it's this little box that you can connect to yourself and somebody else, and you can exchange hit points, and you can give them some of yours.
Neat. Sounds perfect.
Battlefield blood transfusion.
Yes.
I'm really good at this.
All right, Ivar. You're up.
I barely glance at the thing that thought he was going to kill me. Step over his corpse and come around, and I don't think I see anything here, right? As far as living beings.
Yeah, nothing alive. To your left, you see an elevator. And to
Yeah.
your right, you see some type of containment chambers. One of them is broken open, and that is where the broken glass came from. The other two contain some kind of strange, glowing red crystals that seem to be pulsating.
Have I seen these kinds of crystals before?
That's a good question. Give me an int roll real quick.
Okay. No, I've never seen these things before in my life.
I have no idea. They're shiny rocks.
Man, we really need to stop rolling pretty terribly.
What did you find over there, Ivar?
Like I said, I swing an axe.
Red
I don't do
rocks.
this whole talking investigation thing. I'm just looking for something to kill.
Sorry to
I'll walk over to the
disappoint you, Ivar.
Did you find your shoelaces?
Shoelaces? Do we need shoelaces?
It's the future, man. Self-tying shoes.
I had buckles on my boots.
So as you get to this elevator, it is open, but you see the bloody footprints lead here. And there
Leading
is
to there or leading away from there?
leading to there.
Okay.
It looks like somebody was injured and they went to this elevator. And the elevator is not there. You want to push the call button and summon it up to you?
Sure.
All right. And it is on its way. And that looks like your turn, unless there's something else you want to do with it.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Okay.
I will say, Brunhilde, you might want to get inside the building and away from those wolves that are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Come in
So
before
you-
the puppies get you. There's a door here, where there was.
There's not much of a door left. We'd have to
Working on it.
Yeah, that door's not in great shape. So you hit the button and you hear the elevator coming up. And it's going to take 2 rounds to get to you. And at that moment, you hear a pack of dogs, like a lot of them, not 1 or 2, like 15 or so, almost galloping into the area. And the little puppy that you left behind is prancing up and down, and he's getting really happy about it. And he just pounces on Broomhilda. Like, straight up.
No, Broomhilda, I said come inside, not play with the dogs.
And just pins you to the ground, holding you down. And sinks his teeth into you. And when he pounces, it is bad news. Take 9 points of damage as he sinks his teeth into your jugular.
Ooh. Holy crap.
So, you have, everybody starts off with 1 heart. A heart is worth 10 hit points. But you also have armor, and you start with 10 armor, plus any points you put into it when you made your character or any equipment.
I had basic armor in addition.
Okay. So you can deduct damage first from your armor, which then needs to be repaired. You know, there's armor functions as an ablative protection, as things damage it over time. And
or you can take the full damage, right?
Or you can take the full damage if you want to. If you don't want your, once armor is out of armor points, it is destroyed. It's trash. You throw it away. The only armor that isn't that way is the armor that you have as like your natural 10 points plus the points you put into armor. Follow?
Gotcha.
Okay. So he sinks his tusks into you for 9 health, and then the rest of these dogs are coming in. And
There's a little help here.
They are moving with a mission. And that is the end of my turn. Brunhilde, you have a massive dog on top of you.
I told you to stop playing with the dog.
I haven't had the opportunity to move yet.
No, that is in character.
I know. I cannot effectively use my gun.
It's like a statement or a question?
I'm assuming as much. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it might be hard to get your gun to bear on a big dog, but I don't think it would be impossible.
Well, I'm going to try and do that.
All right. Give me a hard attack roll, which is the room target plus 3, so 15 is your goal. And this is going to be a dex roll. You are so close. So you can't quite get it into position.
You could use your hero coin to re-roll that if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to do that?
Not yet.
Okay. So you still have a move action, which you can use to kind of get up if you want to here. And that is going to be Broomhilda's turn. So Una, you're up.
Can I get inside the door?
Yeah. So you kind of scramble out from under it as it reels when you open fire and scamper over to that door.
I get inside the door and take cover behind the door.
I'm okay with that.
There's not a door.
Yeah, there's not much left of the door, but you can take cover kind of
around the frame is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything we can prop up near the door frame to try and make more of a door?
Yeah, what do you have in mind?
Desks, cabinets.
What about that mining
tables.
equipment there?
Yeah, absolutely. You could probably push some of this mining equipment and some of these desks to it.
Yeah, I want to do that.
All right.
Pile
Give
as
me a
much
strength
stuff as I can. This one's what I'm good at. Pretty sure that's how I spec'd it.
Nice.
Oh, yes. So you guys now have a makeshift door here. Keeping the things outside. And Ivar, I think you're up. Is there anything else you wanted to do, Tina? Or Una? You can move if you want.
I can do other things. Oh, I guess I can move.
Mhm.
Yes, I wish to move, not near the dogs.
Okay. Ivar, you're up. You hear the braying outside, your
Yep.
bloodied friend.
So I will move over here, and can I push Brunhilde in behind me? And I will stand at the door.
You just try to take up the whole doorway? Or
Yeah,
what?
I'll just. I mean, obviously, whatever we push in front of this, I'll try to continue to shore that up. But I'll also say that elevator's coming. I don't know what's coming up, so you might want to be prepared. And then, I'll try to just continue to fortify this door as much as I can to keep the dogs from coming out.
Okay, why don't you throw me another...
Actually, I got another thing. Before I do the door,
Mhm.
I'm going to grab the body of this guy,
Yeah?
and I want to toss him out in front.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. So you grab this body and you pitch it out the doorway as you throw up, and then you kind of get ready
Yep.
for the onslaught? All right. Sounds good. Take a Kiro coin for that. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So these dogs arrive, and the Pouncy guy this body doesn't even hit the ground. He just leaps up, snatches it out of the air, and takes it to the ground and starts chomping on it. These other guys, that's the wrong button. That's the one I want. Oh, they can't quite make it. Come bounding up, and they make it just to the doorway. And it looks like they might be able to get over this stuff, but this is going to slow them down for certain. And with that, Brumhilda, it is your turn.
If I were to move to this location, would I still be able to safely fire over his shoulder? Or do I need to stay close to him?
You'd be able to shoot over his shoulder from there.
Okay, I'm going to move here so that I can keep my periffs on the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start mowing some dogs down, or at least attempting to do so.
All right, give me a roll. Give me that sweet dex roll. Oh,
Nice.
Man, you're on fire. That is a hit. And this is the same unit with the burst unit on it?
Yep.
All right, so roll me damage 3 times, unless you want to split it between the pack. You shoot at the pack or the singleton?
Does the singleton look any different than the rest of the pack?
He does look a little bit tougher than the rest of them, yes.
Then I'm going to lay 2 of the 3 into the tougher looking one.
Okay. And then
So that's
spray the pack.
D6 plus 2, D6 plus 2, and a D6 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on the tough one.
Okay.
Total of 11. And then 7 into the other one.
Okay. So you put rounds into that big guy, and before you commit that last shot, you put those first 2 into it, and it seems to take them. Like, you punch holes in it, and it turns, it whips its head around angrily at you, and those first 2 shots don't kill it. You want to pump that third round into it, or do you still want to turn
Sure,
your
why
gun
not?
aside?
Let's do it.
All right.
13, that'll be 20 total.
All right. You bring that last round into it, and it hits it, and it catches it right on the side of the head, and it drops.
18 total.
18 total? Or 20 total?
14 plus 4 is 18.
I see it. So that is not enough. You hit it, and it falls to the ground, but it is not dead. It is still moving. And it is not...
Oh, no, you're right. 18 total.
Yep.
For some reason, I looked at 7 and 4 and thought 13.
That's that new math, right?
Yeah, it's at Common Core.
Yep. All right, Una, you're up.
Still a lot of puppies out there, huh?
Still a lot of puppies out there, and one of them just took 3 big shots from Hilda and didn't die.
Ugh. Let's see. I wish to convince the roots beneath the ground to grow with wild growth.
Nice.
All right. Give me that whiz roll.
Yes.
Bring it on. Nice.
That'll do it.
Yay!
Okay. So
Thanks, dice.
you kind of calibrate your wild growth unit. We'll have to think of a good way to explain that with technology. And vines and stuff burst up around the door. Where are you centering exactly?
I'm trying to. I will ping. I think I can ping.
Pull the left
Right.
mouse button down. Yeah, right about there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so vines creep up from the ground and wrap around the dogs and wrap around the door. And Ivar, they're like reaching for your axe a little bit.
Nice.
And they seem to be clogging up the entirety of this opening now. And it doesn't look like there is a good way for anything to get in without trying to chew through these roots now. So, Una, give yourself a hero coin for that. And I'd say that you guys have successfully sealed this door up.
Woohoo!
And we can move to the move ahead a little bit if you want as this
Sure.
elevator arrives.
So I've got a way to explain your wild growth. So they're small bio or shrunk seeds that she throws, and when they throw, it releases them, and then they grow into like almost like a net of stuff.
Oh,
Mm.
I can dig that. Almost like little
She has
like
seed grenades.
nanotechnology
It's like
pods
yeah.
of rapidly growing plant matter.
Or maybe
My
some
first-
kind of seed things that I throw that make like time space continuum thing rip
There we
apart
go.
and time grows real fast just for the plant life.
It is your item. If that is what you want it to be, that is what it is. You
I like
accelerate
first idea.
time from the plant's perspective, and it rapidly grows out of control.
Both,
So.
maybe both.
It's a nanotechnologies pod that makes time stop. And plants grow.
Time dilation that causes them to grow exceedingly rapidly.
All right, that was your turn. Do you want to move here, or are you just going to stay happy where you are?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm good.
All right, Ivar, you're up. And at this point, you can see that you are safe from these dogs getting in. So you have a free round.
So yeah, if these doors are clear, I was gonna smack at a dog, but if they're clear, I will shift down here to sort of put on this corner to be kind of where I can get in in case they break through the door. But I also want to be here in case whatever comes up this elevator.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stand in front of my very wounded companion.
So you get in front just in time for this elevator to arrive.
I figured.
The doors open, and you see within a small pool of blood, and nothing else in there. And
Broomhilda, I recommend you take a rest here and take a recovery action before we go down this elevator.
What does a recovery action do?
And that's what I was going to explain next. So that's the thing. It's an action you can do on your turn. You roll a con check against the broom target. And then if you're successful, then you recover 1 hit point plus your constitution bonus. I don't know if you have one or not, but
I do not. Oh, no,
So
wait,
you'll get
I
1
do
hit
have
point
plus
back.
1.
oh, there you go. So if you beat a 12 on a D20 plus, you would get 2 hit points back.
Can I use one of my syringes on myself? Instead of loading it into the syringer, I just take it out and jab it in my leg.
You sure can. And that's basically just you using your...
Yeah, pretty much.
spell,
It's
right?
using the spell.
Yep. Go for it.
Even better.
So let me actually look at the book again to see exactly how that works.
So while you're looking that up, and I'm going to say you guys basically have a round in the elevator that you can be doing this in if you want. Or we can linger at the top here, but...
Sure. As we look at the elevator, are there doors on both sides of the elevator, or just one door? So it's going to, when it goes down, it's the same door that we won't go in here is going to go open down below.
Then it's going to open to the same door. You only see one door that opens up.
Can I look at the red crystals before we go down?
Yeah, sure. So you go over and check those out.
Yeah.
So some
They're just red
Brunhilde
rocks. What are you
herself,
worried about? They're
Una's
just red rocks.
taking a look. Give me an int check.
I'm terribly good
Just
at
red
int,
rock.
probably. Probably? Totally.
So if
Yeah,
we
so-
want to rule it the same way that it's written in the priest thing, it's a wisdom. You hit an ally with whiz, heal with magical effort.
Yep. The
Yes.
healing words is what you got, right?
Yeah, healing touch, I think is what
Healing
it's called.
touch. Yeah. So it's a touch was. It's exactly it.
Yeah, and I think that we should keep at it with.
Okay. Since I have not used my other bonuses,
Yeah, go ahead, man.
aside from dexterity, I'm going to
So
change.
I'm gonna let you sort that out, and I'm gonna go to Una's roll here.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so you investigate these crystals in the containment unit, and you read what's on there, and you've never seen them before. This is something totally new and totally alien to you. But whatever they are, they contain huge amounts of energy, and as you're kind of perusing the readout, it looks like if you strike these things hard enough, they almost like give a tiny explosion of energy on whatever hits them, and it's enough that it would like blow off an arm if you were to strike it with a weapon. It's a lot of power packed into these things, and whatever these are in, that seems to be powering the building from these things.
Neat. Is it it's in a contained container or whatever?
It is in a contained container, yes. The shattered container looks like it was holding something alive, like perhaps that mutant came out of it. Or was being stored in there at some point. And you can kind of see where it looks like one of these chambers has more crystals than it should. Like someone kind of hastily moved them over to free up this other container.
So it wasn't that the crystals turned into that guy.
Right. It was like they were here and they moved one out.
But didn't Aaliyah say something about some weaponized that they found on here? Perhaps these crystals are some portion of that.
Are there any like glass jars, containers, or somethings with lids hanging around that I can try and put a couple in?
So these crystals aren't small; they're big. I mean, they're they're not like tiny shards that you could hold in your hand. They're like 5 feet
Human
long,
size.
and they're they're like logs of crystal. They're big things. They're definitely big things.
I guess I will not be trying to take one then, because I don't think I can carry a duffel bag of crystal. Unless there's a duffel bag around.
If you really want to carry one, you could carry one.
Bring it back to the ship to analyze
but you would
it.
not be able to dash anymore if you want to do that. So you'd only be able to take a single move.
All right. So
Nah.
I have medical tools, which give me a +3 on the attempt.
That's in your stability. That's the wisdom. The healing touch is just a spell, so the medical tools won't help you with that.
Right.
Okay.
That's like if you're going to try to heal somebody without spells or in this case technology.
Okay.
Yeah, your healing self is more like getting the mix right in the right amounts in your whiz roll, and then it does its own thing once it's applied.
Okay. Which would be more effective at healing 9 points of damage?
The healing words or healing touch.
Okay.
So Ivar, it's your turn.
Well, I will recommend we get down onto the elevator and head downstairs if we are on this floor.
All right. So I am going
So
to.
for the attempt roll, is it a d20 plus my wisdom modifier?
That's correct.
Yep. Grab everybody's token. We'll go to the next board.
So,
Down the elevator.
Yeah, so you push the buttons, try and get the mix, but you just don't nail the mix right. You're like, this isn't gonna quite do it. But if you want to try it again on your next turn, it is going to be an easy roll.
Okay.
So, all right. So you guys pile into the elevator, I'm assuming at this point, and hit the button and start heading down. And I see one thing here real quick.
And in classic elevator, we all look at the numbers going down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at each other at all. Don't talk to each other.
Brun is sitting there with her syringer going, shit.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to put the stuff in the syringe first, then apply it.
All right. Can everybody see a room?
Yes.
All right. Excellent.